A nightmare scenario for employees at this business in Orlando. A former colleague walks in and opens fire, killing 5 people before turning the gun on himself. One woman says her sister was in the building when it happened.
She saw one on the floor is all she said, and she kept saying, "My boss is dead."
And just within the past 30 minutes, we've received a photo of one of the victims. He's a father with 2 teens.
This is 54-year-old Kevin Clark. Even more tragic, his children have no living parents now because their mother died 6 years ago. Clark's older brother says this is the worst day of his life. This is the gunman, according to police, 45-year-old John Neumann, Jr. These are mug shots from 2010 and 1995. The Army veteran had been arrested before for DUI, battery, and marijuana possession.
The shooting happened at a business called Fiamma. It supplies parts for RVs and awnings for dealerships and repair shops, and it's just south of Full Sail University. Channel 4's Janice Harris is live in Orlando, where these murders happened. Janice?
A deadly and tragic Monday. Behind me is Fiamma, where deputies say that John Neumann walked inside and killed 5 of his former employees, a man who deputies say had been violent before. Workers are walking away, nearly speechless after living a nightmare.
Keep the families in prayer of these people that didn't make it.
Nearly half of Fiamma's staff is dead after deputies say this man, John Neumann, a former employee, an Army veteran, walked inside with a knife and a gun and killed 5 people before turning the gun on himself. It began at 8:03 a.m. with a 911 call. Deputies responded within 2 minutes. Inside, they would find the dead in various rooms and the shooter, John Neumann. The victims range in age from 30 to 65 years old. 3 have been identified: 69-year-old Robert Snyder, 44-year-old Brenda Montanez Crespo, and 54-year-old Kevin Clark. In this tragedy, a piece of hope. 7 employees survived, and now they are being reunited with their families, holding each other a little tighter. You know, and according to the sheriff's office, we are being told that he had been violent before in 2014, a battery case, but no charges had ever been filed. Live in Orlando, Janice Harris, Channel 4, the local station.
Janice, potentially a disgruntled coworker here, but is there any confirmed motive for these murders?
Well, at this point, they're still investigating what could have possibly been the motive. They have not reported, at least from the sheriff's office yet, any signs, anything that he may have said, but they do say to the public, if you ever hear or see anything suspicious from someone and you think they might be violent, to always contact police.
Janice Harris reporting live in Orlando for us. Thank you, Janice.
Senator Bill Nelson issued a statement this afternoon. It reads, the city of Orlando, which is still healing from the Pulse massacre, has seen too much violence this past year. We must do more to address mental health issues in this country. In a statement from the governor's office, Rick Scott offered his condolences, saying, quote, Ann and I are praying for the families who lost loved ones today. I ask all Floridians to pray for the families impacted by this senseless act of violence. And digging deeper, ahead at 6 o'clock, Channel 4's Lindsay Gardner looks into workplace violence over the last decade and has 5 things you can do to help prevent an incident where you work.